Hi, Stephen and Christina. This is Max Clausen with Metro Brokers, and I met you during the Pinery garage sale. Stopped in, ended up buying a sewing machine from you, and we were talking about your house, and you were telling me that you were going to be heading up into Denver to live with your daughter. So I just wanted to touch base with you. Uh, Not necessarily provide you with a market analysis. In order to do a market analysis, I'd have to see your home, but let's just call this a snapshot of the Pinery. Now, the first thing that I do when I do my research is I go onto public records and pull up your address. Uh, County records gives me a lot of really good information as far as the statistics on your house, the beds, the baths, the square footage, lots of information. I really rely on this at this point to give me accurate information. Sometimes if permits weren't pulled, if you have a finished basement currently, that's not showing up on public records. It's showing you as having an unfinished basement. So that would be an example. If somebody finished their basement without a permit, the county wouldn't know about it. Now that's not a red flag necessarily. It's just an item. An unfinished or a finished basement without a permit is not a horrible thing. So as I scroll through this public records, you can stop this video at any time and take a longer, more detailed look at anything that's on the screen, especially if I'm going too quickly. But this is what public records says about your property. So with that information, I go to the MLS system, the realtor website, and I look up for comparable homes in the Pinery. Uh, Ranch style homes that have sold, let's say, in the last 90 days, the last 3 months gives us the best market information. And when I did ranch style homes of a certain size comparable to yours, these are the homes I came up with. There's a group of 4 that are active, 5 that are currently under contract and have not closed, and in the last 90 days, looks like 7 homes that are ranch style of a similar size to yours have closed in the Pinery. So this gives me a lot of information, and what I do is I take this information from the MLS website and I transfer it over into my own spreadsheet. And that way I can manipulate, find averages, and do an analysis of those properties to better come up with an estimate on yours. So here's that information imported into my own spreadsheets, and I separate it out into active, there's the 4 active, under contract, there's the 5, and then here's the 7 that have sold in the last 90 days, 3 months. So this gives us a little bit more detailed breakdown. Active listings are not necessarily the best indicator of value on yours. Appraisers are not going to use active properties because these could be pie in the sky numbers, and especially in our current market, people are trying to break records all the time. Appraisers need to use sold comparable homes. So let's just look at these actives though. On average, they have 4 bedrooms like yours. On average, they have 3 baths, and so most of these have finished basements, and since yours is not showing a finished basement, that might be it doesn't have the same amount of bathrooms. The actives are pretty close to the same size of yours, above ground square footage, the ranch style home, pretty close to 2,000 square feet. The finished square feet is showing up a lot larger than yours. Again, public records doesn't show that you have a finished basement. The total square footage is very comparable from these actives to yours within less than 100 square feet, so very comparable in size. The basement square footage, yours is showing up on average a little bit larger than those. And then the actives, their asking price. And, looking at the days on the market, these might not be getting their asking price, but uh, the asking price is 554 on average. And so these numbers here are the price per square feet, and there's a breakdown of three criteria. It's above grade price per square foot, the finished price per square foot, and then the total price per square foot, whether it's finished or unfinished. And then the lot sizes, they're showing a little bit larger lot, kind of a significantly larger lot, but since yours is backing to the open space on that flag lot, it's has a feeling of an immense backyard. And this number right here is the days on the market. So this one on Windlock Circle just came up today. It's been 0 days on the market, and nothing has been over 3 weeks that is currently active. Now, these aren't all the homes in the Pinery. Some that are significantly larger, and some that are not ranch style. I'm not using those for comparables. Now, if we go to under contract, these numbers are again not solid numbers because they didn't sell, close, and get recorded into public records for the sale price. What this price is this is the price that they were asking at the time of contract. I'm looking at this one on 0 days on the market. I would guess that they probably didn't come very far off that number if it was the first day that they were on the market and they went under contract. This one over here has been 63 days on the market, so my guess on that one is that it's a price underneath what they were currently asking at over 2 months on the market. So again, that's a little bit of speculation, but if we look at these houses, on average, they have 4 bedrooms, like yours, 3 baths. Yours has 2 in public records. Above grade square footage, very similar in size, a little bit larger than yours. The finished square feet, most of them have a finish in the basement. This one doesn't have a finish in the basement, but everything else does. If you look at the above grade square feet and then the finish, this one is the same. Like yours is showing the same above grade and finish. Total square feet, very, very within 1 foot comparable to yours. So on average, they are just identical to yours in overall square footage, and your basement is a little bit larger. Under contract, these were getting right at $500,000 or $499 is what they were asking. And here's the breakdown of the price per square footage. Lot sizes, again, are much larger than yours, but not necessarily back into the open space. And then if we go down to the solds, now these are real numbers. These are the price that they sold for, not necessarily what they were asking, but the price that they actually sold for that's recorded in county records. The bedrooms, same as yours. Bathrooms, they have 1 more. The above grade square footage is kind of interesting. On average, it's significantly smaller than yours. Ranch styles that are significantly smaller. The finish is larger than yours because on these, every one of them has a finished basement. And then the total square footage is very comparable to yours. Yours is slightly larger on average. Basement square footage, and the average price of these houses that have sold is $524,600. The breakdown of the square footage, price per square feet, lot size again is significantly larger, but not back into the green belt. So again, I'm not going to call this a market analysis. I'm going to call it a snapshot because I need to see how yours, I need to walk through your house. I need to look at it, see the finishes. It was built in 2001, so if the kitchen isn't updated, it's getting to be about a 20-year-old kitchen, even though 2001 Seems like yesterday. It was almost 20 years ago. So, uh, if we look at these houses, especially like this one here, this active property is brand new, built in 2019. So it's being built. Uh, and the size of it is much smaller than some of the other houses, but with brand new finishes, and the lot size is half as big as some of them. So uh, when we look at these houses in the Pinery, as you know, if they haven't been updated, they need updating. And sometimes the houses have been updated and they still need updating because they were updated 20 years ago. So it's imperative that I get into your house and take a closer look. But I just wanted to provide this snapshot, give you an idea of what ranch style homes are going for in the Pinery. Now, Steve and Christina, the other thing that we talked about briefly when I was at your home on Friday was the flat fee listing commission. And I talked about that $4,980 flat fee real estate commission. And I want to assure you that with a reduced fee, I'm not talking about reduced service. If you look at this presentation that I am giving you right here, 99% of realtors have no idea how to get something onto YouTube, let alone a detailed analysis like this. So I'm showing you the value that you would be getting. You're not going to be getting reduced service or reduced value. I would be confident in going toe to toe with any realtor as far as my knowledge of real estate, my ability to negotiate, my organization and communication. And I want to assure you that with that flat fee, reduced fee, you're still going to be getting much better than average service. So you have my number on my card. If you lost the card, it's 303 726 0867. 303 726 0867. And this is Max with Metro Brokers. Please give me a call, have me down. I can take a look at your house, give you some suggestions on maybe some things that you could do to increase the value with not as much or significant work. I know that you're working on the house of your daughters, putting an addition on there, so I can imagine that there's a lot of work and money and effort going in there, and you might not want to put as much effort down here. But there could be some smaller things that you could take care of that would add significant value above and beyond the cost of doing those smaller items. So again, give me a call. I can make some suggestions on things that you should do, and I'd love to meet with you and look through your home.